Okay, so good morning. A little bit sooner than maybe you thought you guys would see me, but I have had a request for a lower back reset or nourishment for the lower back. So it's really nice to come back on and share this with you guys. A little indulgent for me as well, I'm not going to lie. Now that the relaxing is coming into my... Ooh, let's turn that off. Please that happen now. Keeping it real. Yeah, now that relaxing's taken over my body a little bit more, my lower back and my hips are starting to feel it. So this practice is short and sweet, but it's just for if you've got, you know, a small time slot in your day and it's feeling niggly and, you know, you've been at work, sitting at a desk or have you, or walking, it might just be the reset that you need. So I hope this helps. Let's get started. So come to a comfortable seat of your choice and start to send the breath into the body. So as you send the breath deeper down into the body, send it into the area within the back that you feel the discomfort. Allow the back of the head to stack in line with your tailbone. So you should feel like you sit back a little bit, sitting back into yourself. Welcome those deeper, longer breaths. Again, visualizing where you feel that discomfort and the breath traveling into that space. Allowing for any tension that might be held there right now to start to soften. Slowly bow chin to chest and flutter eyes open. Extend your right leg out, draw your left leg in. So depending on your body type, for me now, taking my hand further out is really welcome. So if you feel that you need to do that, or keep the hand inside of the leg. Breathe in, reach up and back and over, slight side bend. So we're not going too deep to start with, and soften the head and the neck. Using your right hand to support. Flex the right toes up to the sky. Now turn your left elbow forwards towards the screen. And then lift up even more and come into a little bit of a deeper side bend. Both sit bones down. Breathe deep into, aiming to feel it most into that lower back area. Let the head and the neck soften even more. Relax the jaw. Softly parting the teeth. And from here, forward fold over your front leg. So again, I'm going to go a little wider as the space is becoming a little bit more minimal. And I'm not going to go so far down, but feel free to go as low as feels comfortable. Draw both thighs down. And if this position really doesn't work, you might want to take the hands behind the back, lift the chest, and fold from here instead. That's quite a nice supportive way to do it as well. Especially if that lower back is really tight and you're maybe at more of an upright position, this will feel way more supportive and your chest will be long and open. Breathing in, slowly rise up, head comes up last. Mindfully switch the legs. Hope you're liking my new little setup upstairs in the baby room. Hand outside of the leg or inside, depending on your body shape and type, how tight it feels today. Breathe in, lift, twist, and come into a slight side bend, so not too deep to start with. Soften the face, the jaw. Left hand supportive, soften shoulders and draw right elbow forwards and up. You might go a little deeper now. Feeling for that deep stretch into the right hip. Just notice my jaw is starting to tense again. It's amazing how much the jaw gets involved in practice. So just soften that again if you were like me. And releasing into forward fold. Again, you guys might be directly over the front leg. I'm going more on a diagonal. Inhaling, softly roll up, head comes up last. Seated position of your choice. I'm going to take straddle just because that's feeling really good for me at the moment. But feel free to cross the legs, even come to kneeling or the seated position of your choice. Bring right arm on top of the left and take hold of the shoulders. So you're cradling your shoulders. Deep breath in. As you exhale, twist over to your right side, keeping the head in line with your chest bone. Breathe in, come back to center. Exhale, twist. So I'm loving, absolutely loving this twist at the moment because breathe in, come back to center. It forces us not to use our hands and not to use the neck. We tend to twist from the hips and the shoulders too much here rather than the actual thoracic itself. Breathing in back to center, fall to the left side. Oh, switch the arms. So just a soft, subtle switch. And this side might feel really different. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, twist. And just check that your back of your head is still lining with your tailbone, so that might have shifted. Breathing in center, exhale, twisting. And final round. Breathing into that space between the shoulder blades, really filling up the back and then twisting. Breathe in back to center, release the arms. Again, option of whatever forward fold you'd like. I'm taking my hands behind me. Breathe in, lift your chest. Keep the spine long as you start to hinge forwards from the hips. So when we have this tight back, the thing that maybe wants to happen is we then round and collapse into it. So keep everything long as you hinge forwards. Inhale, come back up. Come into tabletop position, hands and knees. Now this is a super soft, subtle movement, but it's so powerful for healing the back. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, soft bend in the elbows, and elbows are turning in slightly. For those who are familiar with Turbo Dog, it's very similar to that, but really soft and subtle. Tuck the tailbone under so the whole spine becomes long. The head is not hanging down, it's in line with the back and the chin is softly tucking in. Breathe here for a moment. Push into fingers, push into toes. And then as today's focus is the lower back, start to send your breath and focus your energy into the lower back. And you may feel this soft, subtle tilt and round into the spine, and then exhale, let it completely soften. So it's really subtle movement. Opening the lower spine, and then relaxing. This, I would say, honestly, is one of the most powerful postures you could do. When you get that rewiring of sending the breath into this space. And if nothing's happening right now, don't get disheartened. It's all part of the process. You know, we have to really tell ourselves something over and over again for it to sink in, and the body's the same. I know the hands might be talking, so take a few more rounds. And then either go back into child's pose, you might want to take knees wide and come down, or if that's not comfortable, come on up, take some shoulder rolls. So for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that one again, but if you're practicing this and you can pause the video and repeat it 2 more times, so that again you get that real connection. Breath all the way down to that lower spine and feel it really opening. It may softly round, really softly. If you've unpaused the video, we're now going to come up to standing. And take a wide leg position. Slightly turn the toes in, deep breath in. Exhale, hinge forwards. Keep the spine long, so my back is completely flat. And again, if it's really tight, you may be higher up. That's okay. So just be where you are. You may walk the hands down onto the shins. The hands might come to the floor or a block. And then relax the head. And just breathe in your version of a forward fold. Again, focusing the energy into the lower back. Soft, subtle bend in the knees and weight is in the heels. My all-time favorite posture to get into the lower back. Turn your right toes out. So the feet are coming into more of a warrior two position, and bring your left hand towards your left foot. Again, if it's super tight, you may want to put yourself on a block or a few books. Right hand to the right thigh, and notice my hand is turning out and I'm pushing onto my thigh to open, and then twist your body towards your back foot. And again, you should start to feel that sensation in the lower back and hip. Honestly, guys, my favorite lower back stretch. Head to ankle prep. Having to be a little bit more careful in this one now, just because of my ribs and belly. Really great for building thigh strength too. Slowly make your way back to center. Take a breath in, forward fold. And then switch to sides. Left toes turn out. Right hand towards the back foot. Left hand to the top of the left thigh. Now go center of the thigh. Really push and turn your thigh out. Again, you could be up here. It's all good. Twisting through the upper back into the lower back. So again, I want to feel it in that hip region. Because we've not done a load of sun salutations today to warm up, really easy in the legs, not too deep. If you come back to this flow, feel free to add any sun cells if you want them. Inhaling, straightening the legs, come back to a forward fold, halfway lift, breathe in. Engage your glutes and slowly rise all the way up. Heel toe the feet under the hips, and just give the hips a little circle, one way and the other way. Cross your right foot in front of your left and reach the arms up. Side bend over towards your left side. Stick your right hip out. Inhale back to center, switch sides. Exhale over towards the right, stick your left hip out. Whoa, losing my balance a little bit. Breathing in back to center, release. Take a forward fold, inhale, lift, exhale, fold, open. I wish I had a block now to hand for me, not necessarily for you guys. So your right hand will come down to the block or the floor. Exhale, twist, open. Breathing in, fold. Sorry, breathing out, fold. Breathe in to lift. Exhale to fold. Breathe in to lift. Exhale to fold. Same thing on the other side. So if you're not like me and don't have a block, place your hands on the thighs. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Roll up through the spine. And come to the seated position once again. So final pose to do for the back is actually we're going to do a glutes, because sometimes it's with lower back, it'll stem from a number of places. It could your feet, your knees, your hamstrings, your hips. So if we've worked through the hips a little bit, we've done some hamstrings as well. So yeah, let's take another glute stretch just to really seal the deal. So if you want to take reclined pigeon, you can. If you want to take full pigeon, you can. I'm going to demonstrate something different just because of my own personal comfort, but you guys know where you're going. So if you want to do that, you can, or join me. I'm going to go on the angle. Right leg extends out, left leg crosses over the right. Hands come behind and slowly draw the leg in. So you're kind of making a figure four. Lift the chest and breathe into the hip. Again, we've not done lots and lots of warming up, so be mindful and understanding of where your body's at today. But hopefully you're feeling a lot looser. My back feels much better, if that's anything to go by. Slowly release the leg, switch the sides. Feel free to stay there a little longer. Crossing right leg over the left, and this one's a little trickier these days. Slowly release. Make your way down to lying on your back and hug the knees to the chest, just giving a little massage side to side to really sort that out. Another nice thing actually you might want to do as well is literally just pat on the lower back. You can do that at the start of practice as well, but I forgot to mention it. This one's really good as well. I'm doing loads more energy work at the moment, and this one's really great for waking up the kidneys, the kidney energy, which is our actual life energy. So kidney energy is the one that depletes as we get older. So we're activating it, restoring it, keep us youthful. And when you're ready, come to a lying down position just for a few breaths, few minutes. If it doesn't feel comfortable to lie on your back, you can always roll onto one side, ideally the left. Or you could always bring the feet a little wider if you're on your back and let the knees come together. Begin to deepen your breath and send it into any areas that may still feel tense. Might be through the collarbones, down to the lower back again, or the jaw. Add movements into fingers to toes. And as you start to rise, so roll onto one side, and as you rise, really use your hands to push yourself back up, supporting your head, supporting your body. So loving. Bring hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me, for taking the time. I hope your back feels amazing. If you keep coming back to it, I'm sure it will release more and more, especially that tabletop. I have no doubt. Another nice little thing, quick add-on, is if you wanted to massage through from the center of your foot, if you like, all the way through up to the big toe, so the outside of the foot, that's where your spine is. So you may find that as you go along this area, there's parts that feel really tense and tight, and you might just want to linger on that area. I love footwork and things like that, so that might be really helpful too. You can just hold and breathe as you push. Have a beautiful day and hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.